Hey teammates, this is Chief Smith coming back at you with this week's Howzit video. As you know, these Howzit videos are a way for us to communicate within our own wing and give you guys some topics to think about and to have these 3 to 5 minute conversations with your subordinates. So, the way I approach this is if you were hanging out with me for the last couple of weeks since my last Howzit video, these are the things that you would have kind of witnessed or been a part of. Kind of like take it like a fly on the wall is kind of the way I approach these videos. So hopefully you find this useful. So what's been going on? So I've been on the road quite a bit lately. We started off where I went to Scott for a Phoenix Sword, which is a developmental course within Air Mobility Command, specifically geared to senior NCOs who are new to Air Mobility Command. It was a great course, kind of very similar to a Phoenix Stripe program for our up-and-coming E6s that we've sent some folks to recently. So it was a great course and a lot of lessons learned as it was the very first course that we've ever done, and excited for the future of that program and the Phoenix series of development programs that AMC is developing. So brought back a lot of great lessons, and I've passed that on to some of the senior enlisted leaders here in the wing. After that, the boss and I traveled to Orlando for the Air Force Association's Air, Space, and Cyberspace Symposium. Great chance for our most senior leaders, from the Secretary of the Air Force to General Brown to Chief Bass, Chief Toberman, and Chief Raymond, all to discuss all the up-and-coming things that are coming out, and a way to sync industry with our civilian population, as well as our civilian leaders and all of the leadership here in the Air Force. We followed that up with a Headquarters Air Force Senior Enlisted Summit and Wing Commanders Call, where all the wing commanders and command chiefs got together with General Brown and Chief Bass and discussed everything that's being rolled out with under Accelerate, Change, or Lose. Immediately after AFA, we came right back here to Hawaii and rolled out the PACAF conference. So Colonel Terry and I sat alongside all of our PACAF host base command chiefs and wing commanders, along with General Wilsbach and Chief Wolf, and kind of got an update and a sync session with our PACAF brothers and sisters to find out where they're headed next in PACAF. Rest assured, we're in good hands, and it was good to be invited to the table at the PACAF conference. So more to follow on that as we roll out what's next for PACAF and how we can support this theater. The following week, Colonel Terry traveled to Scott for the AMC Change of Command. In case you guys didn't know, hopefully this is not the first time you're hearing, but we have a new Air Mobility Command commander, General Minahan, as General Van Ovos moves up to take over U.S. Transportation Command. So pretty historic there, and if you don't know, General Minahan's coming out of this theater, so rest assured that the focus on the Pacific will stay the same. And then right after that, here next week, we'll be traveling to J-Bear, where the local wing will be getting together, and we'll sync up on all those big picture items that Colonel Terry and I brought from all those different venues, and we'll distribute that out to your squadron leadership and group leadership teams to make sure we're syncing and moving the ball forward here in the 515th AMOW. And then here in a couple of weeks, we'll be going to ATA. A lot of you guys got invited to come with us to the Airlift Tanker Association. So we'll be taking some of our folks from the 515th AMOW to give them a picture on what's the future of airlift and tanker and Air Mobility Command, and how we're going to support that moving forward. So excited for all those who are traveling out with us for that conference, just like we took 11 folks to Air Force Association, and we also took some folks to the Air Force Sergeants Association Symposium. It's all part of our development working group and lines of effort moving forward here in the wing. Speaking of lines of effort, so hopefully you guys, if you're new to the wing, you PCS'd in this summer, this is the first time you're not hearing about our 5 lines of effort here in the wing. Each squadron has their own lines of effort that are nested up underneath there. We have no reason to change these going into our second year as a command team. So if you don't know, our 5 lines of effort are culture, development, port, maintenance, and JADC2. And so if you come to work every day and you think, man, I wish they would change something, or I have a better idea of how to work, and it nests upon those 5 lines of effort and 5 priorities, then please speak up. We meet every 2 weeks. Every line of effort has a working group that meets every 2 weeks. It's invited to everybody, and you just ask for an invitation to be added to our lines of effort on Microsoft Teams, and you have access, and you set through, and we talk through all these different topics, and it's a way for you to bring your idea to the forefront, to have people kind of run it through, kind of poke holes at it, give you some feedback on to make it better, and then possibly for us to take it on as a project here at the wing to implement it across the wing or even push it up higher. So if you got an idea of how to make things better, that's the avenue that we're using here within the wing to get your ideas flushed out and cemented into our culture. So let somebody know, let your leadership know if you're interested in participating. And of course, what's on everybody's mind right now, COVID vaccinations. We're right in the middle of the mandatory vaccinations. Now, just last week, we got the Department of Air Force guidance come out for civilians, our Department of Defense civilians as well. And so active duty, we've been dealing with this for the last few weeks. So I know it's a hot button issue, and hopefully everybody is feeling like they're well informed and they're treated with dignity and respect as we go through and push through either some sort of exemption or you're going through your vaccination status. So I think that's enough for this week. It's gotten a little bit long, but it's been a few weeks since I've talked to you, and I definitely wanted to give you guys something to chew on and think about and talk with your troops on. Please give us some feedback on how we're doing here at the wing. We always want to hear from you. I'll throw the Suggestion Ox link down here in the description so you guys can provide us anonymous feedback here at the wing. So as always, guys, that's enough for this week, and be proud of your accomplishments and stay humble. Take care.